I had a problem with this pedal game, but I don't know. Like when I started, doesn't this pedal doesn't move.
All right. You are using what did you program as a player? Did you use video sensing?
No.
If you're using a phone, you have to use video sensing, and then you just be moving. Maybe I'm going to show you how to use video sensing on the phone, such that someone can just either move the phone like this, or you just be moving their hand to move the that. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Because the phone doesn't have arrow key.
The keyboard.
But if you want, you can make the arrow key. Just type. Let me also show you how to make the arrow keys on the phone, and you just be pressing them to move the cursor, to move the pedal.
Yes.
I'm going to take 1 minute to show you how to do it.
I stopped sharing.
Yeah, sure. Let's also get, before you continue, let's get, I saw Easton. Easton, please go ahead and share your screen. Now I don't see your answer. Why is it not giving the answer? It's because instead of setting answer, you said set operation. Just look at where you said after if operation equals to minus, instead of saying if answer equals set answer, you said set operation. You have to set the answer to be the operation, the operation of number 1 minus number 2, just below inside the if statement. Below. Now just go down in your code after say answer for 2 seconds. Below, above that, where there is operation, change that to answer. Just click on that drop down. Just click on that drop down menu, that arrow which below. Yeah, click there. Then choose answer. And then that if statement of plus is not supposed to be inside the if statement of minus. So where there is that if, it has to be another if outside that. Just click on that one which has if number. It's supposed to be if operation, not if number 1 equals to plus. Maybe I would advise you first go through the YouTube video that we sent you. You'll be able to understand how we did that code. Then let it be outside the operation, outside the if. That if statement should be outside that bigger if, that if which has minus. Yes, just remove it. Remove that one. Then just put it below the other one. Yes. So that's how each if is supposed to be alone like that. They should not be inside each other. Then now you'll be checking the operation. Yeah, the operation is okay. Then send answer. Then you try, if you try out there and we see. Put it inside the forever. Then try and see. Why is it starting with operation? Did you ask, first click stop button? It's supposed to start with asking the number 1. First press the, then, okay. Now that's because when you go to your, first go above, up, you set operation to 0 instead of setting operation to answer. Just above there, yeah. So you have to, no, not that answer, the blue answer, which is under sensing. Yes. Yeah, and then now your answer is correct. So you're good to go. Now just go below, why and check, maybe you filled in the operation again. You first go below, I see. There is some redundant code that you may have added. And the operation equals to that. So go above, go up. So up here, you're setting everything to 0, then ask. Now put the ask number 1 inside the forever. It should not be outside. Then you're asking number 1, setting it to operation setting. So you try out and see now. It should work. It should now work normally. Yeah. So that's it. Just now try to practice. Those are called, in coding, we call those bugs. A bug is something which you made a mistake in your code, but you weren't able to discover it and it made your application not to work. So bug, which is spelled as B-U-G, is like, just like you can see something which you miss out a spelling, you miss out some line of code and your function doesn't work. And so to correct that process is called debugging, D-E-B-U-G-G-I-N-G. Debugging is a process of finding the errors in your code and then fixing them to make the program to work well. So let me just type that in the chat. A bug is an error which makes a program not to work. Then debugging is the process of finding. So what I've been doing was debugging. I was finding errors and fixing them. Finding errors in your program, in the code. Yeah. So you can note those terms down. They may be necessary when we do advanced coding in the near future. So a bug is an error which makes a program not to work. You missed out maybe a code, you missed out something, then you try several times and your stuff is not working. You have to take time, or you have to call your friend to try look into your code. That friend, the process of trying to look into the code to discover the errors is what we call debugging. So does anyone else want to share what they made before I actually proceed? Or I'll give you a chance at the end. Now, right now, I want us to first try to make I sent you some slides. I don't know whether everyone went through them, but I just wanted to make a drawing using pen, the pen extension, and that should take us 10 minutes before we do something more advanced. So let's go all of us to extensions. This is the extensions, the one which has 2 bars and a plus. It's called extension. And we have so many of them. We have so far used the text to speech. We haven't used translate, but today we are going to use translate. Someone was saying yesterday we should try to make Bible-based games, and you can play around some of these extensions to make that. So let's select the pen. After selecting the pen, I'm just seeing we have here the pen functions, which we have erase, stamp, pen down, pen up, set pen color to, change pen color, then set color to this, change pen size, and set. So let me show you what this means. This can be used to make a program a robot which can draw, or a robot which can paint on its own. It's a program which can draw several buildings, can draw several shapes on your screen without you even having to draw them. Now, when I want to just start a program here, so I'm going to say when green flag is clicked, what I want to do is I don't need the cut, so I'm going to hide my cut by clicking on this. So what I want is to now introduce what we call functions. This is another concept which is called functions. Maybe let me just type that in the chat. Functions. So how do I explain a function to you? A function, sometimes as you've seen in Nicholas's code was very long, going from up, and he had to scroll. But if you want your code to be small, functions can come in and make the code to be short enough. But then how does it do this? I'll just maybe relate to your school time. When you are at school, your teachers, you have a library at school. There are textbooks in those libraries. But your teacher also uses those textbooks, but there is a lot into those textbooks that the teacher can't teach them in one term. What the teacher does, the teacher goes and makes notes from those textbooks, summarizes them, then comes and teaches. After teaching you, tells you to go to the library and read more. So those textbooks are available to all schools. You may use the same textbook. For example, if you're in let me say O-level, you're using maybe Abbott for physics, then every school, you go to Namilyango College, they are using the same textbook, Abbott. You go to Navisonsa Girls, the same school. You go to Seta High, all schools around Tororo Girls, they are using the same book. But the functions, okay, the notes the teachers are using, they are different in all schools, but these teachers are using the same textbook. That textbook is called a function. It was written by maybe someone who is out of the country, and everyone can get notes from that and summarize in their own way, their own understanding. So even here in coding, we have a function. A function is just like a predefined code, which can be called, or maybe someone can always refer to someone that go to this particular function and get this this operation. You're going to understand what I'm talking about when I proceed. So when green flag is clicked, let me say when green flag is clicked, I want to create. So a function is under my block. So when I create, we've created our own functions. They are like blocks which we want to use, but they are not in Scratch. So I click on create, make a block, and I just select square. I want to make maybe a shape of a square, a function which can draw squares. Once I just call it once, then it can draw any number of squares that I want. So when I press OK, my block is going to be made here. So it is a function, and whatever I write here is what will make it a complete function which can be used. This is now like the textbook, and this code which will be here will be like now the teacher who is summarizing notes from the textbook. So let me say, so to define this, to draw a circle, let me just try to share my other screen here to illustrate what I'm trying to talk about. Now, to draw a circle, I would need to have a pen. And after having a pen, I don't know whether you're seeing my screen, I'll choose my pen from wherever it is. Then to draw a square, I would first draw a line to the maybe right. Then I draw another one going down. And you realize that after drawing this one, I turned this angle here is 90 degrees. So to draw a square, you have to turn 90 degrees like 4 times. This is the first 90 degrees. Then I turn another one. That's another 90 degrees. Then I turn another one. Then I turn another one. So these are all the angles that we are talking about. They are, so an angle is just like turning. Like you can be walking and you turn. When you turn, that turning is called angles. And if you turn particularly maybe from behind, when we used to jump, I always enjoyed those games when I was, we used to play PE. We used to have PE and they tell you to turn backwards. So you turn 180 degrees, you are facing this side, but then when you jump, you turn now and your back is facing the other side. So that was 180 degrees turning. But then turning, I was also a scout. And when they tell you turn 90 degrees, you would turn only one leg, would turn throughout. It turns from facing left to turning to facing in the other side, sideways. That is 90 degrees. So we want to make a program which draws this shape. But when I want to draw a triangle, I would go like this, a slant, then I turn. Then I'm going to turn this degrees, then up to here. So this degree for a triangle is 120. And then I come turn again. Then again from here I turn, chop. Then I draw another line to draw a triangle. So this is 120 as well. And I'm going to show you how I get the 120. So it's not a miracle that 120. Now to get the 20, the 120, the sum, I hate to use the word sum. It's a little bit adverse for some of us, but the total number, the total of all angles inside any shape is 360. Why is it 360? It's because the earth is round, and the earth is round, the earth rotates around 360 degrees. That's why even your clock at home, your clock always rotates 360 degrees. When the time is midnight, it's at 0. And that's why we call that the the first hour of the day. Then when it reaches maybe 3, that is 3 a.m. Now that is we in angles that could be maybe 90 degrees. Then 6, that's 180. So that's how you can look at the angles here. So even inside here, even the total here is 360. Now to get the sum, okay, if you want to get these angles, you get the number of degrees, which is 360, divided by the, let me just get this here, and I divide, let me put it here. So you get 360. Then you need to divide by, so let me get the divide here. Then you divide by number of sides of your polygon. Should I say polygon? Polygon looks so heavy. The number of sides of the shape, you want to come up with. Yeah. So this is the formula. This is the formula which we want to use. We are going to be referring to this formula when you want to get the number. So this is equal to the number of degrees to turn. So it's equal to the number Okay, now let's go to our program. Just going to take this here for reference. Let me stop sharing this and I share Scratch, then we'll proceed. Any question, if you haven't understood anything, please feel free to raise up your hand. So here, to draw a square, we said the first thing to do is to get a pen. And to get a pen here in programming or coding, we call it pen down. We put the pen on paper. And after putting the pen on paper, we need to get a pen to set the color of the pen and the size of the pen. So we come here to set pen color to whatever we want. If you want to change it, I want to change it maybe to green. So that's green. And then I set pen, I can set pen what? Pen size, yeah, pen size. I also set the pen size to maybe 6 or 5. And then I am good to go. So after this, I have my pen down. I've already selected the color and the size of the pen. The next thing I'm going to do is to go to the control and I get the, this time around, I'm going to use the repeat. I'm not going to use it forever for my iteration or if I want it to happen continuously. So let me just minimize this so I can have some space in here. Now, here you want to draw a square. A square has 4 sides, so you don't repeat 10, you repeat 4 sides. What appears here in the repetition of drawing those lines is the number of sides you're drawing. So since you're drawing a 4-sided polygon, you will need to input here 4, then come here and say move, or you can say change X or move, whatever it is. Let me try to change X and see. And after changing X, then you have now drawn one line. But now before repeating another line, you have to turn. We said now turning degrees. So I come here to turn. I put it here. And then I change I said now this is 360 divided by 4, which is 90 degrees. So I'm turning 90 degrees. And after turning 90 degrees, I'm going to have to put the pen down. So I come to pen and put it up. I remove the pen from paper, so pen up. Like that. So let's try and see what happens here. As simple as that, you're almost done with that program. So what I do here now, when I say when green flag is clicked, I just come to my blocks here and I just put here a square. And even when I want, say, another event, maybe when spacebar is clicked, I want to say I draw another square here. Or I can go to another random position. I'm going to show you how to organize that. I just want to show you to see whether it actually draws. So when I click the green flag, so it's going to just change X by 10, but then it's not going to draw the square. So let's see if I use the move. You try to use the move, go to motion, and I say move 10 steps. Then we see. Yeah, so move 10 steps works. And to erase this, you can change, by the way, you can change the number of steps to 100 to make your square bigger, such that when I say green flag, my square is now bigger. And to erase everything, I can say maybe when let me put here, when S or when A is pressed, then I'm going to come to pen and I erase all, I remove everything. So whenever I press A, everything is going to go. And when I press the green flag, a square is going to be drawn. So that's all for a square. Now you can draw, you can make the same program for a triangle, for a hexagon, all number. You can draw all shapes, even those which you had never drawn, as long as you always include the number of sides here. And also you include the turning. I see someone, Nicholas's hand up. Nicholas, please unmute and ask or proceed.
I was asking, how did you make this one of define square? Apart from the other that is square alone.
Yeah,
then there is second of define.
When you click, when you come, now let me just make this small. So let me make you now understand. I'm going to make the one for a triangle, and I need you to understand. So when you come to my blocks here, and you want to make a function for a triangle, you click here on make a block. Make a block, then type in. Now, right now, I want to do a triangle, so I just type triangle here. I don't know whether you're seeing. Are you seeing this triangle? What I'm typing, where I need to. Let me just share the entire screen, maybe. Let me share the entire screen. Okay, now, what I was saying is you click on make a block and then type in here, triangle, and press OK. For now, don't use this. We shall see, I'll use them after this. So after that, when you click OK, triangle will come here, as you can see. My triangle is now here. Let me just put this side since it's part of this. And I don't need this. So this is my code for the square. Now, this is now another function for drawing a triangle. And we said a triangle, to draw a triangle, what you need is to put the pen down. So I come here to pen. We said pen is got from extensions here. It's here, this one. When you click OK, pen is going to be selected. So when defining a triangle, you put the pen down on paper. And after putting the pen on paper or on the screen, you need to set the pen color. So I bring the set pen color, put it here, and then I choose my color from here. And first increase the brightness such that I can clearly see. So that can be my pen color. Then I choose the pen size. So pen size, which is set pen size. Don't confuse it with change pen size. It has to be setting. The first thing you do is to set. changing means it has to, it keeps on increasing by a certain number. I see Barnabas. Barnabas, you have a question. Please unmute and ask.
I was asking for a square of it has equal sides. What about the one for trapezium?
I beg your pardon?
You have said for a square of it has equal sides. What about when you're drawing a trapezium?
For a trapezium, you will need to have a function for both a square and for a triangle. Then you put them together to make a trapezium. Isn't it the case? Because a trapezium has how many sides? Okay, so you can even a trapezium, you can bring together triangles and squares to make a trapezium. As we shall try out that and we see what happens. So now, after setting the pen size maybe to, I can't say 4, or you can put it maybe, let me say 7. And then after that, I repeat, I go to control, the same thing, I say repeat. So this time around, I'm repeating. Instead of 10 times, it's now a triangle. So a triangle has 3 sides. And we said that let me get what I really, let me show you what I saved. Okay, it's here. So we said that to get the number of sides for a triangle, we get 360 degrees divided by 3, since it has 3 sides. So let's get here. Now here, when you get 360 degrees divided by 3, what do you get? What should we turn? So let's move. After this, you go to motion, and then you click on move. Since I want it to be a little bit bigger, maybe I will say 70. Move 70, and then it turns. Inside here, inside the repeat, you have to have move and turn. So I want someone to type in the chat, how many degrees does it turn? Who wants to try? Just type in the chat, how many degrees does it have to turn for the rectangle, for the triangle? Barnabas says 60. Let's get someone. Fahad says 120. So Fahad is right. You get 360 divided by 3 to get 120. Einstein is also saying 120. Yes, sir. We have 120 here. 120. 120. Let me first give a chance to, I'm going to show you when you put 60, what happens. Then we shall be able to understand. But before that, let me just, after this, you put the pen down, exactly what you did here. You go to pen and put the pen up, actually, not pen down. You now remove the pen from the paper or from the screen. Then now let's say that we now come to events and say when spacebar is clicked, you come to my blocks and now draw a triangle here. So let's see. When I now click the space bar, it's going to draw a triangle. But if I had 60 here, let me see if I put 60 here and I press space bar. Let me first erase everything. When I press the space bar, it's just going to draw the weird stuff, because this doesn't mean that, it means that this actually there are other angles which are remaining to make it 360. When you said 60, it's only going through, this is 180 degrees, but it's not completing 360. But if this is 120, it means 120 times 3 times, turning 3 times, the interior angles, all the angles will be, the total sum will be 360. And this is what you have to apply also to your mathematics in real life. So let me now draw. So I have my triangle here, which you can decide whether it faces up or down by turning either clockwise or anti-clockwise here. And also now, I also have my when I click the green flag, I can draw my square. Now, I want someone to challenge me and tell me what we have to do. Let's draw the one which is more complicated. The rest are easy, but now we have one for a circle, which always gives us hard time. So let's create a block for circle. Click my block. You go to my blocks, then click on make a block, and I want to make a circle. Yeah, I press OK. And to draw a circle, every class always tells me that a circle doesn't have sides. But today I'm going to challenge you and tell you that a circle actually has sides. But then I'm also going to challenge you and ask you, how many sides does a circle have? Let's get started. To make the one for the circle, the person who gives me the right answer is going to be the best person of this class. So I see Tendo has his hand up. Maybe let me just give you a chance. Unmute yourself and please go ahead.
A circle has 360 sides.
Wow, how did you know that? So you happen to be, how does it come to 360 sides? Can you explain? Tendo Michael, do you know why it is 360 sides? I see Nicholas. Nicholas, okay, unmute. And go ahead.
I think it's 360 sides because each degree it moves, it changes a position, doesn't stay straight.
Wow, this seems to be the best class ever. So I'm so impressed by your answers. So each degree it moves it's moving through, it's curving and going through. It's just like a square goes only 4 sides to make a square, but for it keeps on drawing lines, but you can't see that actually these lines are straight because they are narrow and they're moving through just 1 degree. So sorry for now. How many degrees does it have to turn? I was even cheating for you. How many degrees does it have to turn? I see who came first, Nicholas. Let's get Nicholas, then we get Tendo's answer. Just unmute and say your answer.
1
It has
degree.
to turn 360 degrees.
Nicholas says how many?
360 to make
1
a full
degree.
circle.
How about
1 degree.
Tendo says 1 degree. So Tendo says 1 degree, which is correct. But since it's turning 360 sides, keeps on turning 1 degree, very, very small degrees until they reach actually 1 degree times 360 sides. That makes it 360. And that's now the complete 360 inside the circle. Then Barnabas says, teacher, what about right angled triangle? Because it has both 360 and 300 and 120. So we shall come to, we are first doing the equilateral triangle, then we shall, this is not, actually this code we have made only draws equilateral triangles. To draw a right angle triangle, you will need to improve on the code. though it may not be easy for the start, but it can really be drawn. I see Michael and Nicholas, your hands are still up. Do you still want to say something or I proceed? Okay, so now since we have the answers for the circle, we are going to draw the circle. So the first thing we do is to go to the, oh, sorry, Rian, I'm moving too fast. Sorry. So can you slow me down? Where did I leave you, Rian? And you can unmute yourself. I see Nicholas has a question. Go ahead and ask. You can unmute or just type in the chat, whoever wants to. And sorry if I'm too fast.
I was asking here in the code, how did you make this block? Because when I say block that, okay, this one that is flat on top, how did you get that one? That has the first one you have put.
Okay, you mean this one? Nicholas, do you mean this one which has defined circle? Okay, so let me first answer. Okay, I'm going to now show you how to do that. But before that, let me first get back to Rian, and we see a triangle here. So now Rian, what I did was I wanted to draw a triangle, and to draw a triangle, let me go through this one more time because it's going to be easy. So Rian, now I want you to be attentive and we actually draw. Let me see, can we use the pen extension to make sprites? Yeah, we shall get to that. So the define, okay. So let me first delete the code here for triangle. And I repeat triangle for Rian very fast. So we say the first thing is to click make a block, and then we'll type here. I'm going to give you a chance, Nicholas and Barnabas. Just keep your hands raised up. Triangle. Then after clicking triangle, it's going to come here. And that answers Nicholas's or whoever was asking. Was it Nicholas? Yes. Once you click it, it will always come here like that. Once you say. So Ethan also asked, what are we learning? We are learning how to draw shapes using functions. Now let me do this one more time for Rian. You click on make a block, then say type in here, triangle, and then click OK. It will always come here, define a triangle. Then the first thing you want to do is to put the pen down. After putting the, now this is the code or program for a triangle. After putting the pen down, you want it to draw. And to draw, you have to first set the pen color. So I set pen color by putting this block just below the pen down. Then click on the color to choose the color which I like. I prefer, let me use red for now. After setting my pen color, I'm going to now set pen size. So I set pen size maybe to 6. And now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to control, and now I want to start moving the lines or the drawings. Now the pen is on paper. I have to move it such that even when you're writing, to draw a triangle, you have to move the pen. You can't just put it, it will make a dot. So now to start moving, I get the repeat, put it just below here. Then I put the number of sides. Since a triangle has 3 sides, I'll put 3 here. And now after putting the number of sides, I see someone in the chat. Michael says, I have made the circle code. Very good. Let me finish this, then I allow you to share your screen and we see your circle. Anyone also can try and make the circle code and make the pentagon, hexagon, decagon, make all those shapes you like. Then shall give you a chance to share your screen. So after now getting back to Rian, now I have chosen that I want to draw a triangle and it is 3 sides. Then I go to motion. Under motion, I'm going to look for move. And if you want, the higher the number of steps, the bigger your shape. So I want a bigger shape. I'll just say 150. And then you turn. So I go to turn. Let me choose this time the anti-clockwise. And we said, now Rian, how many degrees do you think we have to turn for a triangle? I want you to try. Can you kindly type in the chat how many degrees we have to turn? $120. Good. So then you type here 120. 120 degrees. After that, then you put the pen down. So you come to pen and put, no, don't put the pen, you put the pen up, you remove it from the paper. So pen up, down here, outside the repeat. So that's all for a triangle. Now you just have to go to the events and maybe say when, whatever you want, even though you say when green flag is clicked, me I want to say when T is clicked. So I look for T down here. T is here, T is around here, it used to be here. So when T is clicked, I go to my blocks and I draw a triangle. I get triangle and I put it here. Meaning that when I press T, a triangle is going to come. And that's a triangle. So let's get Barnabas to unmute and say whatever you want to say. Barnabas, please go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I was asking when I went to my scratch, it never had on the pen, it only had erase all.
Yeah, because you chose, if you choose a backdrop, if you choose the stage,
That's my question.
if you choose like this, you will only see a erase all. But you have to choose a sprite. You see, for me, I'm working on a sprite. So you create a sprite. You can paint it or get one which is inside there, then you code, all the blocks will come. But if you're coding the stage, you're only going to see erase all like that. Does that answer your question? Yeah.
First, repeat what you have said.
You should always, when you want to make drawings, choose a sprite. You have to choose a sprite. It has to be highlighted. Your sprite has to be the one highlighted in order for all the blocks to come. Because you cannot make these drawings, actually, the backdrop cannot make these drawings. The backdrop, you can only erase the backdrop, but it's only something which can move, it's only a movable sprite which can move around to make these drawings.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah. So I think Nicholas, go ahead.
Then how do you hide the sprite? This cat, and it's not on the screen.
This eye which is hidden, the eye which has a slant here. You click on it, then it will hide. To show it, you just click on this eye which shows. But then if you want, let me go back to the cat. So when I want to show the cat, I just click on this, then it shows. Then this one has a cross, or you can just go to looks. You go to looks and get the hide, which is here. And you can say when this is clicked, then hide the cat and then draw. That's all I have to do. So in this case, let me even show it and I show you. When I press T, the cat is going to hide, then I draw my rectangle, which is here. Let me first so that's it. Now, since we are all at the same size, the same level, let's give a chance to one person who wants to share their code, what they did for the circle. I saw, was it Barnabas? Share your screen. You said you had made a circle. I have made the code. So that was Benjamin. Benjamin, you can share your screen. I also see Nicholas and Michael. Do you also want to share your screen or say something? Okay. That's awesome. Who else tried to draw a Michael wants to be unmute? Okay. Okay, you can unmute yourself.
The code I used to make the circle, I went to my blocks and I put circle. And then I went to pen and I said pen up, set pen color to this, set pen size to 6, repeat 360, move 2 steps, turn 1 degree and pen up. Then I put when green flag is clicked, circle. When space key is pressed, circle change X by 10. When C key press, erase all.
Okay, now why did you have that when space is clicked, change X by 10? Does that really help?
Not really.
Okay. That's perfect. Now try to make for us the code which draws a hexagon.
Hexagon?
Yeah. Just do it there as we speak. Just try to teach us. Now teach the way I've been teaching.
Okay. I go to make my blocks and I put in hexagon. And then
You have stopped sharing your screen. Okay, who wants to draw a hexagon? Okay. Okay, Mike also wants to share. Okay. Okay, now let me, who wants to try and draw a hexagon? A hexagon has 6 sides. Who wants to try and draw for us a hexagon? Do we have any sharp students for today? A hexagon should be easy. We have drawn a rectangle. A circle was the hardest, but we have it here. We had a square, then a hexagon is only 6 sides. Why not? Yes, Easton, share your screen and try. That's really good. Just share your screen and teach us how to draw a hexagon. We shall guide you when you get a challenge. Can unmute yourself. Okay, you be teaching us, be telling us that you do this, then we proceed. You are now our teacher. Now you are making a variable instead of making my block. We said this time round we got to make my blocks. I see Rian. Rian, your hand is up. Do you want to try? Okay. Perfect. Can you explain what you did? Rian, this is so cool. Can you teach us how you did it? Just unmute yourself and teach us. So I also see someone in the chat, that is Fahad, saying the code on repeat should be 6. Yes, and the code on turn should be 60. Yes, that is it. So now we have, we can draw shapes. We can draw even now 9-sided shapes, 10, 12, whatever shape that we want to draw. And if you can't draw any shape, please let me know by typing your in the chat or raising up your hand, then I can explain. Now, I want to create you can now draw even a house, a small house using these shapes by making it to come here and draw, then put windows just using your shapes. But I would have gone through that because of time. I'm going to, sorry, and says I have no mic, sorry. When I'm done making a block, how can I go back to code? I don't get your question. You said when I'm done making a block. After making a block, of course, it will always come here where you code. And that's where you can now add code to it. I hope that that answers your question. Now, we want now to do another. After that, you can click on file and save. So let me call these shapes. So I call these shapes and I just click save to your computer. And I just click save. Then now I want to start a new project. And in this project, we are going to be looking at lists and also looking at the extension for translate. So let's just come here to extensions and add this extension which has translate. It's very, very simple actually. So we are going to spend just a few minutes on it. And after getting the translate, we are going to use translate and variables to make a list. List is under variables, which is here, make a list. But now I want to make a project which translates things into another language. So what I'm going to do, I also need to get another extension for text to speech. And then, so the next thing I'm going to do is to come to say, when I need to, guys, so let me just delete this card and I get another sprite here. And let me get Abby and Avery. So this, she is here, and this one is here. Then I just need Abby to face this side. To make Abby face this other side, I'm going to come to costumes, and I will just come to flip horizontal. Then I come to another costume here. I also flip it horizontal. No, sorry. I also flip it horizontal here. Then I come to another costume. I flip horizontal. Flip horizontal is to make it turn 180 degrees. Then I come to the last one here and I click flip horizontal. So now she's facing where Avery is, and they can have a conversation together. Even though you use now next costume, they can always have a conversation. Now let's try to put them. This is just a story. I want them now. Avery here. Let me even change their name. So this is a Chinese girl. No, this is a Kenyan. She speaks Kiswahili. And this one is, I'm going to call, okay, Avery is a Kenyan. Avery is black. So Avery is an African, which is Kenyan. Then this one is a Chinese. So so we are making a program which helps Avery to speak in Swahili, then this one can understand, it can translate for the Chinese to understand. So I speak in maybe English, let this one speak in English. Let's not complicate things. So this one is English. So this girl speaks in English, then the other one replies in Chinese, but the translator helps to translate the English words into Chinese and also translate Chinese to English for this African girl. Now, the first thing I'm going to say, maybe when green flag is clicked. Now, when green flag is clicked, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my text. Let me just make it simple, text to speech. And I'm going to say translate hello to. So I'm going to create, come here and say ask. We went to sensing. We already know how to use sensing. And I ask, how do I need to ask for someone to type in? Let me see. Hello. Okay, let me just use make a simple example. So I go to translate and I say translate. So I'm going to use translate in here, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it. So I speak. This when green flag is clicked, this guy is going to speak. Hello. Let's use the translate inside here. So she's going to speak in this one has to speak in English, so we don't need to say translate. So I'm just going to say hello. My name is Rian. And after saying hello, my name is Rian, I first need to set the language. Then I set the voice as well. And after speaking this, now here is where we use the broadcast. So this message will not go to this Chinese person until we broadcast the message. So we come to events. I'm going to explain what broadcast does. We come to events and broadcast message 1. And this message, we shall come here and rename it. Instead of message 1, we click on new message here. Let me just share the entire screen. Maybe you can see. Okay. Now, you come here to new message. After getting broadcast under events here, then instead of message 1, you just click new message and call it maybe Rian 1. This is Rian's first message. You have to always name your messages before you send them such that they can be easily referred to. So broadcast is just like I can type a message in my mobile phone and the message will remain on my phone until I broadcast it. When you click send on your phone, the code behind that send button is a broadcast. It makes the message leave your phone and go to the internet. And over the internet is when they can be able to locate the person you want to send it to. And then it maybe goes to your mom or your dad, your daddy's number. So you have to use broadcast for whenever you want to send messages to many people or different people or people who are far away. So after broadcasting this message, I now go to the Chinese girl. Then I say, when I receive Rian, so let me see. When I receive Rian, let me see who I can use. When I receive Rian, sorry, I thought I had shared my screen. Let me just share my screen again. Now, I say, when I receive Rian 1, now this one is maybe, let's call her, when I receive what am I going to do? So I go to text to speech here and I say, speak. So what are you speaking? You are going to speak maybe to translate now in Chinese and say, my name is Haile. Where do you come from? Okay, now after that, you broadcast this message and to broadcast that, I said you go to events and then you click on broadcast, then click this triangle which is facing down and click new message. This one you can call it now really 1. So at this point here, what you've done is this, both people have broadcasted. Actually, Haile received the message, then also wrote a message and broadcasted it. So let's see what happens when I click on a green flag here.
Hello, my name is Ryan. Katie Hiley, Faith and Camera 2.
See now, this one spoke in Chinese because we translated the English words into Chinese. Or the other thing you can do is you can make this one to be translating what this one is actually saying. So these people may be at a function and they are Chinese people and English people. So this one can be translating what this one says. And to do that, you can create a variable. You create a variable here called maybe translate. And when you click that, so you will always, now when you come to this English person here, Ryan, you will, after speaking this, then you can set translate to what you're speaking here. I will just put this to that. And then when you come to, sorry, this has not to be there. When you come to Chinese, you just translate, you click, bring translate inside here, like that. So let's try and see Chinese. Let me select Chinese here. Simplified Chinese. And I click bring.
Hello, my name is Ryan. Hello, my name is Ryan.
Okay, so let me see if I this way this is not working. Your girl does not speak. Abby has to speak. You have to maybe enable Abby to speak by going here and setting the language and then setting the voice. Maybe you missed that. If she doesn't speak, you have to add set language and also set voice to that before saying speak. Then
hello, my name is Ryan.
So let's see what happens after this, why it's not doing that. Broadcasting, that should be here. Oh, let's see.
Hello, my name is Ryan.
Okay, you share your screen if yours doesn't. Then let me see which mistake it has to, which mistake you made. But to speak, it has to be, if it's translating, it has to translate from using the internet. So it has to be enabled. If you're using a device which is not connected to the internet, it's not going to be able to translate. Now, let me first go to my variables here and set translate to. Okay, so I needed to put translate as well this side. So, but then that doesn't make it realistic. Let me see. Set translate. That doesn't make it realistic. Let's see. Yeah, I said my name is here. So if it doesn't, then we shall.
Hello, my name is Ryan.
Okay, now let's not use the variable. So let me try to convert this to Chinese actually, and I see. So I remove the variable from this. I just have this.
Hello, my name is Ryan. Question mark.
So this was heavy. Let me see. I am from Brazil.
Hello, my name is Ryan.
Okay, then maybe there is just an error in I need to restart my Scratch. But I see Rian saying, teacher, you are moving too fast, sorry. She still doesn't speak. Okay, let someone share their screen and we use we use their Scratch. And I guide you. If yours is not speaking, then share your screen and I direct you. Maybe we troubleshoot together. Who wants to share their screen and we see why theirs is not speaking? Barnabas, maybe we shall get to a circle sometime after when we are getting to the end. First of all, to make Kitgum also to face this side, what you have to do is to go to costumes, click on Kitgum and go to costumes. Then you click on flip horizontal. Then go to the next costume down. Yeah, do the same. Yeah. Now go to code. Now click on code. And then when green flag is clicked, you are setting voice, then language, then speak my name is. First remove broadcast, and we see. Put it down. Okay, click green flag. Does it speak? Maybe your sound is off, but it has to speak at that point. If your sound is down, then you won't be able to hear it, but at that point, it has to be speaking. Trend also says it's not speaking. Why? Why do you think it's not speaking? It has to speak because your device has to be connected to the internet for it to be able to translate. And mine is speaking, yes, and Michael says he is speaking. Maybe yours has to also speak, or you can restart your Scratch. Sometimes maybe it may be faulty. Okay. Now I want also Rian. Rian, do you mind sharing your screen? And you ask where you were stuck. I saw you said I'm going too fast. Let someone also share their screen and I see what the challenge is. Rian, do you mind sharing your screen? Or if it's okay, you just type, Rian says mine is working perfectly. Perfect. I love to see that. Now let's get someone whose is not working to share to let me know. Okay, Rian has shared this screen. Do you still want to share your screen, Rian? Okay. How about Barnabas? Do you want? Okay, anyone who wants to share their screen, just raise up your hand. Otherwise, let me be continuing. Now to make this guy to talk, I need to get maybe, since they have more costumes, we can make them to actually be switching costumes to show that like they are actually talking. Then when we get to Chinese also, she has many costumes, and when you say next costume, they will be as if they are moving. Now, the last thing we are going to do today is to make moving backgrounds. I wanted to tackle many areas today. That's why I'm using a small time for each of the explanations. But I hope you're understanding. You can do a lot by them. I've just done less about this, but you can do more using this. So you should also learn that when you use broadcast makes your work easily accessible. And let me first turn this.
Hello, my name is Ryan.
See another question here. Please share the code on WhatsApp. Really? You mean this code for? Okay, I'll share this on WhatsApp. Don't worry. I'm going to share. Let me even save them. So this is translate. So you can make a project. I'm not just telling you to make these simple projects. You can make a project which actually helps you to translate to learn another language. You can I want someone to try make an app which can help you can even translate the Bible to many languages. You can translate the Arabic language in the Quran to many languages, and that can help people. So we have a lot of languages here. We have Arabic, Chinese, even Swahili is here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we have Spanish. There are a lot of languages. I think there is not Swahili here, but you can make a project which translates words from different languages and speaks them or just takes them into another language, and it can be a very good project for you. Luganda is not yet there, but it will be there soon. Luganda is going to be there soon. We are still translating, and hopefully we shall share the translation with the Scratch team to also include Luganda. Okay, so there are many ideas. What we teach you is how to use the software. Then you come up with your ideas, and just know that everything can be done by you, just mere thinking and bringing. Creativity is a conflict of ideas, and it's all about collaboration, working with other people, sharing knowledge, and coming up with something bigger. So now let me try to make moving background. Someone asked that yesterday. Let me first save this. We promised to make a Bible game today. And now the Bible game I'm talking about is you can make, by the way, let me try to make a Bible game after. Okay, let me first make a Bible game before, if I do the last bit. We have 30 minutes. Okay, that will be enough. So let me even just use these two guys, and I say when green flag is clicked. Now let me not use this. So the first thing I'm going to do let me start a new project. And now I don't need the cut, so I delete the cut, and I'll come to paint. I want to paint my own sprite. I'm going to just paint a button. So I click a square. Then I change the color maybe to green, and I remove the outline here. So this has to now be movable. It will be at the center here. Now this is just the button. I now don't want someone to click the green flag. I want them to click on my button. And this button here, I'm going to just name it click text. Then I say start game. Start game. And I change the color. You change the color to maybe black. So start game. When I click on this, it has to be able to be bigger, a little bit bigger to contain the words. Yeah. So someone has to click this to start the game on the screen. And now what I'm going to do is to bring the number. I press, I want to group them. So to group them, you press shift and then you click on both of them and click on group such that it's now one. They are not two different characters. It's one character. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to just to come here and name this start. And I come to stage here, I paint a stage. So to paint my stage, I'm going to just come here to this color. I just want to fill my whole stage with the color, and that color should be, let me see if I fill with this. So I have to convert to bitmap before I can fill everything like that. And that's now my background for my app. So whenever someone clicks this, it has to start the game. Getting back to this is now backdrop. Backdrop 1, backdrop 2. And let me just name this purple. And I name this white, such that I can know. So you come back to sprite and say, when green flag is clicked, it has to show. This button has to show when someone, when this sprite is clicked, not when green flag is clicked again. So when this sprite is clicked, then you have to hide, go to looks and hide. And after hiding, you broadcast a message. You come to events and broadcast a message. Start game. Message called start. And then you go to your background here, the stage, and say, when I receive start, I switch backdrop. Switch backdrop to white. Otherwise, let's see. So then this white will always come. And when green flag is clicked, it switches backdrop to purple, such that purple comes back when green flag is clicked. And also here, when green flag is clicked, it also shows. We want it to show. Looks and show. So that's all. I'm a little bit fast, I think. Let me pause at that. So when green flag is clicked, the start button will show and someone can click start. Then the game will start over from there. Now to start over the game, we want to start asking. So you're going to first create a variable. Come to my variables and create a variable called points. So the points which you're gaining we want to make maybe a game which helps someone to memorize Bible verses. And first thing you can say here is After broadcasting this, you can now, let me see when I go to, after switching back group to white, then you broadcast a message, game on. So when I receive game on, I come here to start, and I say when I receive game on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask. So I come to sensing and I ask, I say maybe what is, or recite 1 Peter 7:8. So now here I'm asking someone to recite, but you have to have the variable where the actual answer is. So you come here and say to variables, you come to variables and create a variable, which is maybe for 1 Peter. You can include all the verses in the Bible, by the way, and they can always appear, they can always be referred to under variables. So 1 Peter, when the game starts, when green flag is clicked, 1 Peter will be set to, what is 1 Peter? So let me just get 1 Peter from the internet. 1 Peter. So 1 Peter 7:8, 7, we said 7:7. Let me see, 7:8. Okay, this have come. So I will just get this, and yeah. So this is it. I just copied this. Control C, then I come and paste it inside here. Yeah. So that's it now. 1 Peter is already there. So let's try to see if someone recites the wrong, actually recites something which is wrong. So after asking, what we have to do after asking this, then we are going to set answer to. We create another variable for someone's answer actually. So we call it answer. And after calling it answer, you're going to say to set answer to answer. So answer, which is in blue, is the function. So you said, but this answer which is here is just a variable to keep, to store, but this is the function which gets whatever someone has responded to. So we said after reciting, someone has recited, then you set the answer to, and now you come to control and say if answer equals to, you use this if else, the one which has two if else. So if answer equals to, you come this to the equal sign and say if what is in the variable answer here. I think if I'm too fast, you also text in the chat. If answer equals to 1 Peter, what is in 1 Peter? Because I was asking about 1 Peter. Then say correct. So I say correct. After saying correct, I increase the points here. So I change, but initially I have to set points as well. So I set points, I set everything, even answer to 0 here. Then I also set points to 0. And then if someone says the correct answer, their points increases by 1. So I say change points by 1. else means what if they do, what if it's not correct? Else, say wrong. So I come to say here, let me first put this up. I come to say wrong. The correct answer is, so instead of doing this, now you just come to the join operator here. You got operators and get the join and put it inside here. Then you just write wrong answer. Wrong, the correct answer is, and where there is banana, you put the correct answer, which is now 1 Peter, that. So you can do this for many verses in the Quran or many verses in the Bible. And or if it's even in the textbooks, you're making your pamphlet or you're making a question bank, this is how you can do. To get the correct answers, store them in the question, maybe question 1, question 2, question 3, and the correct answer, and it can always, your system can always mark people. I hope that that is really answering some of your questions, Barnabas. Then now the other thing, let me just even try out this. It has to work. So let me try out green flag. I don't need to show the answer here. So I just tap this off. So when I click the green flag here, I start the game, then it asks me, recite 1 Peter, or maybe if it was numbers, whatever you have added in the course. So here I'm just going to try to fail. I'm just going to say, I don't know. When someone types a wrong answer, what it's supposed to say, it's supposed to say wrong. So here, let me get the control and I put the forever. Forever like that. So let me see. Let me first get the correct answer here and I paste it there. So we have, after setting, I think we didn't, let me see the points here. Let me first show the points. Variables, then I show the points. So I have 1 point because I have passed. Let me try again and see if I will pass. So another point is there. Then now, the other thing I want to do is, what if I fail? What if I fail? If I fail, I want to change the score by -1. So I reduce the score here, else score or points by -1. I subtract 1 mark. So let me try and see. Start game. Then I just write something weird. My score goes by -1. Meaning I have failed. Then now you need to speak. I want to speak in case I said the right answer here, because I have hidden it. That's why you're not able to see it here. So let me just go to the text to speech here, and I set language here to that, and I also set the voice. Then I just speak here. Speak correct. Then here, I will just speak. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. And I speak inside here where there is else. I speak this whole thing here. And then I change score by -1. So let me try out and see. I see Nicholas. Nicholas, I'm giving you a chance after 1 second. Just give me a chance to explain this. So start. Then I just put in the wrong answer here.
Wrong. The correct answer is that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perishes, though it be tried.
See, it tells you the answer, then it subtracts. But when I put the right answer,
Correct.
Again,
Correct.
again. So whenever I put
Correct.
the correct answer, it will always tell me correct. But when I put the wrong answer, it will.
Wrong. The correct answer is that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perishes, though it be tried.
So you can also add many. You can add as many verses in the Bible. Then you keep on asking someone. For example, let me first get a question from Nicholas before I can proceed to make another example. Nicholas, unmute yourself.
What if, like, what you stored in the variable and someone, whereby, like, how you see when the Bible, different Bibles, the words change, then he gets from another Bible and puts the words when the verse is the correct one, but when the words have changed from the ones you put.
Yeah. Now that's a very, very good. That's a very, very good one. So that's now in this case, it's going to be a little bit complicated, but that's going to be addressed when we do machine learning. Artificial intelligence and machine learning, we are going to train it to be able to get all the versions. You can actually store all the versions. When we start learning that, you will get to know how you can, all versions of the Bible can be, you can actually, it will always say correct by referring to all versions of the code. But for this, you can maybe just say this Bible is NIV. You can tell the person who is playing the game that you're going to be playing according to NIV or King James or maybe Newton. What's the other? So there are many Bible verses. I only know 3 of them. Then I see, but when we teach you machine learning and artificial intelligence, it will never say wrong whether someone has used any Bible verse. Machine learning is a process of training a machine to think like a human being or to remember things it has been trained to remember. Michael says, I had some network issues. Please recap the part I missed. I don't even know where you broke off from, but we shall share this video and maybe you'll be able to go through and get to where we are now. So let me just try one more thing here to illustrate that I just liked your question. So now, Rian says, scroll down. I hope you're now seeing. Let this be here. Let me first pause before. Let me give you some, let's take 2 minutes to try to look at this. We have less time. We shall not be able to do lists, but it's okay. We shall do that tomorrow. What matters is understanding. So you try to, when you finish, then you tell me. I had a few connection issues. Yeah, we are going to share the recorded video of this. Tendo wants to share their screen. Let me first allow Tendo to share their screen. Tendo, share your screen. Tendo, who? We have 2 Tendos. So which Tendo? Tendo Michael, please share your screen, or maybe if it was a mistake, then I can continue. Yes, please unmute, raise up your hand and unmute. Okay, I think he dropped. So let me proceed. Okay, I'll share this. I will maybe upload it on the Scratch website, then you can see that. Now, the other thing I want to say to do is to add another Bible verse. So I come to ask and I get the ask here under sensing, put it just below here. And now I can say recite maybe Matthew 3:16. 3:16, and after that I come to variables and I set answer. I set answer to the answer. So I set answer, what the person has answered to answer. That. And now I create a variable. I come to variables and I create a variable called Matthew 3:16. And initially I have to always set. So I come here and I set Matthew 3:16 to, so I come and look for Matthew 3:16 here. Matthew 3:16, let me get it. So it's here. And soon, yeah, this is the correct one. So Matthew 3:16 will come here, paste it here, and then we are good to go. Now, we have the correct answer. So we say, if you come and say another if, you come and have another if else like this, which is under control here. Let me just make this small. And I can add this here. So after I put the if else down here, inside here, and I go to operators and get the equal sign. I put it under here and I say if answer. If someone's answer, I go to variables and say if answer equals to, actually if someone's answer equals to Matthew 3:16, what is stored in Matthew, this is the bucket which stores Matthew 3:16, then I'm going to speak. I go to text to speech and I speak correct. After speaking correct, I'm going to change score points by 1. So I come here to change points by 1. And then else, if someone has failed, I'm going to say, so I'm going to go to speech and I speak. And I'm going to speak. I go to operators, I get the join, this join here, we already know how to use it. I put it here, then I say wrong, under apple, wrong, the correct answer. So you have to always tell someone the correct answer. Wrong, the correct answer is, then you put answer here. You just go to variables and get Matthew, put it here. Put Matthew here, is that, and then you reduce the score. The score has to reduce. So you change points by -1, you reduce points by -1, like that. Excuse me, sir, can you please slow down? Okay, sorry, Kenny. I think let me pause here. And we are going to end here today. So teacher, my connection went off while I was sharing. Can I share? When you're done, okay, it's okay, Tendo. I'm going to give you a chance. Teacher, at the end, I need help on steps. On the steps I should make to move a circle. Very good, I will do that. please share. I'll share it. It's okay. Then also, someone said they had made a game. Teacher, at the end of this is Tendo Michael. Can I share my screen? I designed the character and made costumes. So Tendo Michael, you're going to share your screen after this. Then you show us what you made. May you please zoom in? Okay, Rian, let me zoom in. So I hope that makes sense to you. So let's end that there. We take some coffee. Yeah, I'm just going to take my cat drink. This is porridge. It's health for your life. That porridge, which is made out of is it sorghum, millet, and the Westerners here in Uganda know how to make it better. So me, I just buy from the shop. It's called kashera, but I'm not from the West. Can someone share the exact game? And it's played by someone without the part of the code? Yes. Actually, it can be played without. When you share it on the Scratch website, someone will not see the code. They will just be playing it. Let me show you. What I'm going to do, let me just save this code. Save to your computer. And I call it Bible game. Then I save. Then what I'm going to do is I'll go to Scratch. So I come here to Scratch, scratch.mit.edu. So my internet is a little bit slow. Okay, now I see many people. I hope everyone has joined. I see Kayla is there. All of you should join this class, and we are going to be sharing more. Okay, Kenny wants my contact. It's okay, let me share my contact. 2567522. Or if you're using MTN, this is our MTN number for the company, 394-818862. Airtel is up there, and also MTN is there. Then now here I come to, since I have, I think I need to come here where there's create. When you've come to your Scratch account, you now click on create, and then you upload the project. I'm going to upload my project. Oh, my internet is slow, but I hope it doesn't disappoint me. Teacher, how do we upload a game on Scratch? That's what I'm doing right now, Barnabas. Just follow through. I'm uploading. You come to the Scratch website, to your account, and then you click on create. I don't know why my network is slow. Okay, let me, yeah. So keep on asking those questions as it's still loading. Teacher, are we only seeing the Scratch? Teacher, we are only seeing the Scratch app. Yeah, so on here on the Scratch here, after this you come, when you open it here, you will see share here, see project page. So what I want to do, I want to get my project. I click on file, then I load my project from my computer. And I load Bible game here. Then I press OK here. So since it's here, then I click on share. After your project says showing that project saved here, then you can say Bible game, maybe version 60 or whatever you want. Mine now, I'm just going to say version 69. Then I click on share. Share is here. I hope everyone is able to see this share. And when I click share, it's going to share my project. So it has been shared, then it comes here and tells me to put instructions of how someone will be able to play the game. So I just say click green flag and click green flag. Then the next thing, okay, this is the first maybe. Then the next thing is someone to click start button. And then 3 is someone to play, okay, answer questions as they come. Okay, so I give credit. You always have to give credit to people who helped you do the project. So I give credit to my class, my students who brainstormed. I think this was Barnabas, yes. So I give credit to my students who brainstormed ideas. So after giving credit to people, you want to give credit, you can mention them here. If they are your teammates, then you come. So it has the text to speech here, which is here and showing there. Then you can add it to the studio. So add to studio. And adding it to the studio, which one is your studio? Let me see. Your studio is creating Coding Unlimited. This is your studio. I press OK. So now when you look for this project, you will be able to see it. Actually, you'll be able to see it and also see inside the code, and you will be able to follow. So let me share the link for this project for you actually to come and see it. Let me share it in the chat. For those of you who are saying I should share instead of sharing the screenshot, let me just share the project. So that's the project. You can share links in the group for your projects and also share with me, and I can be able to see them. Then after that, then you post. Yeah, it's now uploaded. So someone can just come here and just play your game by clicking start. Okay, this has to always be set to 0. So before that, I'm just first going to change to see inside. Then I need to first set this 0. So I come to variables and I see Matthew. Matthew has to also be set to 0. I don't need to show Matthew anyway. So I can go. So I click green flag, then I click start. I can now play. This I fail. Let me first see this project. When I save game on, else if. Let me see. Okay. So let me first look for First Peter. First Peter is here. And if it doesn't work, then you have to. So the point didn't actually change. What if I fail this? The point didn't change. Now,
Wrong. The correct answer is that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perishes, though it be tried.
yeah, it was just slow, but it actually
Wrong.
worked.
The correct answer is in Jesus. When he was baptized, went up straightway out of the water, and, lo, the heavens were up.
Okay. Okay, you can make it first be responding to one question, then it goes, then you broadcast, you go to another question. But here it first waits for all for you to answer all
Wrong.
questions.
The correct
then
answer
it
is
can
that the
answer.
trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perishes, though it be tried. Wrong. The correct answer is in Jesus. When he was baptized, went up straightway out of the water, and, lo, the heavens were up.
So that's it. Let's now give a chance to questions. And we summarize today, we're already out of time. Now, let me get someone to share their screen. I saw someone, let's first have, was it Tendo? Okay. You can unmute. Wow. You can talk, you can be talking, unmute and be talking. Raise up your hand so I can unmute you. Okay, go ahead. Wow, I like the drawing.
So I was asking for a studio name.
The studio name, it's under the link. It's called Innovation Galaxy. Let me type it in the chat. Wow. Wow, I just like this. I don't know which. Let me see. It's called Innovation Galaxy, like that. I just like the way. First play again. I see it talking. You see the guy, Arthur is talking. Yeah, you can also make the hands to be moving by making more costumes. But that's so super cool. That is super cool. You are so creative. Yes, you can upload. You can also you can upload to your account or to the studio. You upload to the studio, then everyone is going to be able to see it. Once you upload in the studio, people around the whole world can be able to see it and comment and give you more suggestions. Wow. So I can see you're really getting there, and you're going to have a perfect creation soon. But this is a very, very good drawing. Now, can you also make it, I'm not hearing the words. I'm not hearing it speak. Maybe you have not shared your audio. Tendo, you raise up your hand so I can unmute you. Raise up your hand, Tendo. Okay, let me turn the mic off. Okay, you unmute yourself. So the link to the project, again, it's, let me share it. Yeah, so that's it. Then check in your emails or your WhatsApp, you'll see the link to the studio. We always send it every day. So Michael, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends.
Wow, that is cool. That is super cool.
Hello, friends. Hello, friends.
All right, that is super cool. I'm so excited, and I know you're going to make very, very good, good drawings and very good projects up there. But I like your art. Your art is very good. You can really draw a very good animation. Just that the hands, the size of the hand is too, the fingers are too big, but that is too good for just 1 week of training.
Hello, friends.
Okay, now who else wants to show us what they did? Barnabas, I see your hand up. Do you want to? So for those of you, I see Michael is asking how to upload the game. Let me just do that one the last time. As so I said, you click on, mine is already shared. So let me just get another project. Maybe I come here, I load from my computer and I load shapes like this. After loading it, first before that, you go to, this is the site you go to, scratch.mit. Let me share it in the chat. So you go to that site. We already say it's shared this. Then you click on create. Create is here. And after creating create, it's going to come, the Scratch interface is going to come here. And then now you are able to click on file and upload and load your your project from the computer like that. After clicking load, you then click on share. Share is that. And after clicking share, you click share. Share is this orange. Share, then your project is now being shared. And now you can see it shared. So you can add instructions here and also add credits here. Then to upload it to the studio, there is this one which says add to studio. Plus studio is where you click if you want it to be added. And then you select the studio for Coding Unlimited. Then it's going to be shared inside there. Let me add this to the Studio Coding Unlimited. Then you click OK. And then the project is going to be shared there. So I can see now they say your project is now shared. Everyone can see it. We also have another question. Can't see your screen, really? Let me stop and share again. So there is my screen. Now you can see, this is what I was talking about. Add to studio is always down here. Then when you click add to studio, you will be able to add it to any studio which is available to you. Ours is called Coding Unlimited. This is the one for your class. And then once you click it, then this is going to come showing your project is now shared. I hope that answers your question. Now let's give someone else a chance or we end this discussion. Teacher, I have something to share. Okay, Barnabas, let me stop my screen, then you share yours. You can now go ahead and share. Let me unmute you. Okay, just go ahead and share, Barnabas, if you have something to share.
There's something that I made. Let me first screen share. It's like this. Like every after 10 seconds, it will bring something that if the ball touches it, it will decrease the score. Like you are seeing here, it is negative 1025. That means the ball has been touching those spots. So let me first play it and you see. Every after 10 seconds, you're going to see what's going to happen. Right. Those ones to keep changing every after 10 seconds. That if you see touch, it goes to negatives. So every after 10 seconds, you're going to be seeing what is going to happen. You see that they have increased every after 10 seconds. Yes, that's what I have.
Wow, that's really a nice project, and I like the way you think and also manipulated your instructions. So let's see what you can make tomorrow. Let's have any question. I want now a serious projects which can include clones like you did. I want projects which can include variables, which can include my blocks, which can include the ask, and also what we were doing like for the Bible game. I see Nicholas. You can unmute and ask your question. Anyone feel free to ask. Feel free to share with us your experience. Share with us anything, whatever you want to talk. Just feel free to your class. With your class, you can be friends, and then you interact with each other. Check out your friend's project, and then like them. Nicholas. Nicholas, do you want to speak?
For me, I was asking if
I can't hear you. Your network is breaking.
I was asking if tomorrow you're going to have lessons.
Yeah, we are going to have lessons tomorrow at the same time. And tomorrow is the last day. So everyone has to be there in time. We are going to learn everything, finish up tomorrow. Then we tell you what to do next.
Okay.
All right, then. Okay, now have a good evening and a nice weekend. Try to practice, and then let's meet up tomorrow. Barnabas, you wanted to say something? Who amongst you?
Yeah, no, I've finished everything I wanted to say.
Who is from Namilyango College?
I'm here.
Hey, you are Engonian, eh? Okay. Okay, then see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, see you, teacher.